Welcome to Top 5 Explosion, your one-stop show for the top of the top in the video game universe. Japanese animation, you love it or hate it, subbed or dubbed. But one thing is for sure, they spawned some amazingly imaginative games. In this episode of Top 5, we explore the anime-based games that make us go sugoi! What the fuck? Number 5, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. Perk up your gain tits, datebayo. Naruto is on the scene, believe it. Some of you may be struggling with the concept of what makes this bitch so great. I'll tell you, ninjas, badass teenage super ninjas born to chew bubble gum and put concho jutsu in some anus. And in those days, they didn't have bubblegum. Shonen Jump's Naruto stands in line to be one of the best and longest running manga and anime series ever. The Ultimate Ninja Storm game series boasts an amazing in-depth story with a super sexy battle system. Its cel-shaded look plays nicely on the eye sockets as Gin, Nin, Tai, Sin, and Fu Ninjutsus grace your TV. Nothing says fabulous fun like an interactive concho. Believe it. Number 4, Initial D Extreme Stage. Holy butt queef of Joseph. Tokyo Drift is all about this. Let's be honest, Sega started losing their damn minds after they lost their last great child, the Dreamcast, to a console war. But there are some things they still managed to do right. If there's one thing the Japanese know best, it's tiny, tweaked out cars on thin, windy roads. Initial D is great, but it was the sweet-ass arcade version that paved the way for this bitch. That shit had cards you carried around with you from arcade to arcade to challenge other bitch-ass drivers. Of course, neither of those bastards would be anything if it weren't for the Initial D manga and anime helping perpetuate the stereotype of Far East Asians doing what they do so well. Cars burning rubber over asphalt as if it was the carcapades. Number 3, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Can you handle Capcom crossing over with every motherfucking thing? They just want to fight damn near everybody, even nearly every single character from one of the most popular anime production studios of all time. Ryu must have lost his Ansatsuken mind if he thinks he's gonna moonwalk all over the legendary butt crack of characters like Cash Earn, the Gatchaman crew, and Karas. They ain't even ready for Karas. The game's expansive roster and shared universe experience made for perfect over-the-top battles. Even though they never released this beautiful bitch on anything but the Wii and arcade cabinets, it still managed to make its way into a room of sweaty, quick-fingered, pianoing professional gaming circuits. Number 2, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Back your punk ass up because it's about to get weird. Stylized, fantastical, fresh. The Joestar lineage has it all, even a badass video game. This devoted bastard plays very close to the OVAs and the manga. The series' spirit dualities called stands gives this colorful conundrum of action and ass whoopings a unique fighting personality all its own. The game introduces gamers to a charming cast of characters like an adorable super pug named Iggy with a flatulence problem and a bad attitude, or Dio. His vampire ass can control time and shows off his prowess by dropping a fucking steamroller on your dome piece. And even that can't compete with this iconic sound. Capcom has made some great games on their CPS3 hardware. This was the last and possibly the greatest. Number 1, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. Do you see the Z? Do you even understand the Z? First of all, before we even talk about this being a great adaptation from the hit anime series, it needs to be addressed that many sources consider this son of a bitch one of the greatest fighting games of all time. So much so that it got an HD upgraded PS3 re-release. The roll call? A whopping 42 playable characters from every animated Dragon Ball everything to ever grace our puny ass existence. It's great. You don't even have to charge up for 487 game modes in the middle of a fight just to get your weak-ass Super Saiyan 2 final form. All the DBZ epicacity is here in its prime glory in the game's Dragon Universe mode. Gamers get the opportunity to play through some of their favorite DBZ sagas they've watched over 9,000 times, which helped convince them that Goku could beat Superman. Yes, bitch, I made an over 9,000 joke. Well, that's it for this episode of Top 5 Explosion. Are there anime-based games you think should be on this list? Well, then subscribe up top and comment below. And always remember...